sit back.
What? Yeah. So what's like the compound? What's like an afternoon? I mean,
I hardly like. I almost like never relax. It's or like I do at night though, but I like to just keep it going all day. Just train, surf, train, surf, train, surf. Then I guess we relax at night and just chill and listen to music or whatever, you know. But I just go with the flow of that. Yeah.
What was the thing that Burger said yesterday?
What did he say?
Cruising.
Oh, cruise on. Cruise on. Yeah. It's so funny.
Are there any other weird Hawaiian, like, chantsum? Like, what? I don't know, I hear all these, like, random Hawaiian phrases. Like, what?
Chantsum is one of them. I like that one, too. That one's sick. It's my friend's company, actually. A lot of, like, all my best friends are, like, super involved in that. Like, Flynn Novak, Kalani Chapman, Justin Lambert, they all brought it up we all used to kind of just say it, you know, like, oh, should we go out there? Be like, I don't know, it looks pretty nuts, so just chant some, come on, let's go. And they're just kind of, they're blowing it up into like this company or you know, they sponsor events, they do a lot of fundraisers and stuff, which is super cool, and it's cool.
Who do you see giving back to the North Shore, and how do you think people could give back more? I mean, what can be done?
I would like to see, I think one of the things that could happen is like, you know, I feel like there should be like a little budget from like all the companies that come in, and like all the Triple Crown and like all these huge companies fly in and stuff, and like I feel like a little percentage should be like put out there for like the Hawaiian kids and surfers coming up to like get them boards or like help them, you know, because a lot of like Hawaiian kids come up and they don't have the money to like do a lot of these things or even get in the contest. And I feel if there's like a minimal like percentage from like even people's earnings, like say you fly over and you make 100 grand, we'll give back, you know, like it should be like a budgeted thing. And then yeah, but it just like, you know, I've been actually talking about this a lot with my my uncle Liam, and it's a really cool thing. Like everybody should just like put in, and then it's what is it, the Hawaiian Pro Surfers Union. It's you know, we're starting it up. We actually started it up a bunch of like years ago. But if everybody gives some, and like all the big companies, the surfers, everything, you know, we could work out a budget for like all the kids. We could even like rent a house right at Pipeline, have all these boards for like all the Hawaiian kids coming up, and they could just, you know, live there and surf and just try and help them, you know, like even, you know, you could use some of that to like benefit, like get them in the events, pay for their entry fees, pay for their memberships, travel. Like it's a lot of money, and like a lot of kids don't have it, you know.
Historically, it seems to me like people take from Hawaii, but I mean, it just seems like that's been a problem historically, like people taking from Hawaii and not necessarily giving back to the community. I mean, do you...
Yeah, you know, it goes, I guess it goes both ways. A lot of people do give back, and you know, the surfing community is great. I feel like we just can like keep working on it and like make it better, you know, and keep just making it better and better. So, yeah, because I mean, they do, like, all that stuff helps, you know. You can't say like the companies and everybody like doesn't give back. Like they've helped me my whole life, you know. Like just look at kids like John and, you know, just the opportunities that we have out there. But I mean, I just definitely think we could like work on some stuff and make it even better.
Definitely.
You know.
What is the fruit? Isn't it? Yeah. Tell me about that.
The what?
Acai.
Acai?
No, acai.
No.
There's some like, there's something going on with companies testing in Hawaii. GMO.
Oh,
I mean, is that even something you want to?
I don't know if I want to get in, or whatever. I mean, I try and eat, you know, as healthy as I can.
What is the issue? I mean, what's the...
They're spraying a lot of stuff with like really gnarly chemicals and stuff, and you know, everybody needs to be healthy, and I don't really know that much about it, but I just know it's really, really bad for you. And Hawaii, the cool thing about Hawaii is like you know, everybody stands up for what they believe in, and like no matter how much money you got or whatever, like the community is super strong, so it's hard to like, you know, mess with the community. And my friend Dustin Barca has been kind of like the leader of that, and he's doing a really good job at it, you know, and it's a really, really good thing. Like, it's about all the kids and everything. You don't want these kids growing up like with pesticides and poison in your food. Like, your food's supposed to like make you healthy. There shouldn't be poison in it.
Right. You mentioned Dustin and Kyborg. Like, where do you think that is it get cliquey on the North Shore, like what island you're from, or do you think it's just sort of one big family, or how do you see that?
It's one big family, you know, on the North Shore. I mean, you always have your best friends and stuff, but we all come together. We're all right there at Pipe, and you know, everybody's friends. Yeah.
What's the heaviest wave you've seen this whole winter? Like, where was it? Who was it?
Let me think about that one for a second.
Putting you on the spot.
No, I like that one. Pipe this year has been heavy. There's been so many. It's hard to pinpoint like one super gnarly wave, you know. Kalani Chapman always gets just the ridiculous waves. It's like it might have not been this year, but it's just like, it's like engraved in your brain. And he's probably, for me, like I'd have to say Kalani just has gotten the heaviest waves at Pipe that I've seen, you know.
Is it weird for you to watch guys like Kalani Robb grow up on the North Shore and then come here and kind of not be as influential or not be as on the cusp of what's happening, or is he just kind of a rare? Do you think that happens a lot, or?
I don't know. I guess so. I could never like really move. I don't think. I love the North Shore. I think like that's one of the main things. I'll always live there, and I'll always try and give back, and I'll always be a staple on the North Shore. And but you know, everybody does their thing, and I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah.
Everybody leaves, but everybody comes back.
I think that was my worst question. Come on, Blaine. No. All right.
I do love to see Kalani at Rockies though. He's a beast.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Good. He's sick.
I think it's interesting because I don't know, when we were Groms, like growing up here in like northern San Diego, Taylor Steele, we'd see Taylor and Rob Machado out, and like, so all Taylor Steele's videos were just like on loop basically at our house.
Yeah.
And that clean air reverse that Kalani does at
Dude, that thing's gnarly.
And I mean, back then it was like such a groundbreaking move, but now, you know, it's like air reverses are like floaters these days.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy to me, just that how progressive he was at Rockies.
Yeah, Sean Briley too. He's one of like the most influential guys I've seen, I think, in my life. He would just charge anything, you know, and you would just see him and just like you just watch him. You know, he's crazy. He's Kalani's brother, of course, and you watch him at Rockies. He just come out and just do huge airs, get any wave he wants, go out a pipe. I watch him freaking just get the craziest waves you've ever seen, then go out to like rock piles. I watched him one day. It was like 20-foot rock piles, like as big as it gets, and like he just did it because he loved it. Like, it wasn't about the cameras and all that. Like, I remember I was like riding my bike and it was raining and the waves were huge. Nobody was shooting, nothing, and I see him catch this like, dude, it had to be like 15, 18-foot wave at rock piles, and he just rode the whole thing. And then like the shore break is just the craziest thing ever at rock piles, and he just pulled in, of course, so he doesn't kick out, you know, and he just pulled in like the fattest barrel. It was just like I was just like tripping out. Everybody was surfing white man stuff, and he was out there by himself because he loves it. He's just radical. And I got to surf Desert Point with him last year. I went with him, and it was just so cool. Like, watch him just stomp some big barrels, you know, like come around the corner and just, he knows, he surfs so good. He's so big and everything, but he's so fluid. He comes around the corner and just stomps it. I watched him. It's like so gnarly. He's sick.
When you want to escape the crowds, where are you going? What spots?
It's kind of hard to escape the crowds, but it's like I just like to go out with my friends and all over the North Shore. And let me see. sometimes I'll go to Mokuleia and stuff, not as much lately. I go with Flynn a bunch, he grew up on that side, like on Mokuleia. And we'll surf like super fun with little waves with like nobody out. Just kind of change it up a little.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Mason put out a video a while ago, and it was like him kind of finding new waves, or waves like he hadn't really surfed before.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy to me that in like an 8-mile stretch, there's still little pockets to, you know.
Yeah. No, Mason's crazy. He's like one of my best friends, Mason Hall. He's like, he can find a wave where you don't even know there's a wave, and but then you'll surf it with him, and it'll just be like the funnest thing ever, you know. And you just have fun, and that's super cool. He loves all these little wedges. He'll jump off of rocks, and you'll be like, we're not gonna surf that, like there's rocks right there. And then he'll be like, oh, okay, you think so? Oh, okay. Oh, we should try it, but we should just try it. And then I'll be like, okay, and then he'll just paddle out, and you'll watch him do like freaking rodeo and like stomp it, and then you just be like, all right.
Yeah, no, he always, you know? Like, to me, like, it always looks like he's having fun.
Yeah,
always, you know?
I love hanging out with Mason, and he's just a super, you know, fun person to be with. Really good friend of mine. He's like my little brother, and I just being around him and his whole family is super cool. You know, like my Uncle Mike, he's one of my biggest influences too. He's just, you know, if you ever need advice or you just listen to him, he's the guy's crazy. He just got like a 10-second barrel backdoor like a week ago, and it was just the best wave of the day. And that was super cool. Like last week, me and Mason were on the beach at Pipe, and then Uncle Mike comes down, and the waves are just perfect pipe. And then just shake Uncle Mike's